welcome to Norm's Friends. I'm David B., the Readings Guy, 603-404-9338, biffit@yahoo.com. Reach out, call, text, email, whatever, about anything you want to do a reading. We'll arrange it. And before I get started today, again, we're Norm's Friends. We're presenting, hosting a fundraiser this Saturday at the Manchester Oaks at the corner of 2nd and Granite Street, just across the street from Giorgio's. You all know where it is. And it's a fundraiser for the Manchester Animal Shelter. Great cause. Come on down, get a reading. We have several readers there, some crafts people are going to be there, several crafts people. Come on down, unwind, relax, go into another world, and enjoy yourself. All right. So, now that we got that out of the way, now obviously it's just me today, no guests. So, naturally, we'll start out with the inspirational quote, or it's different today. And then naturally we have some interesting facts, but the interesting facts are going to be about your iPhone. All right, so here we go with the quote. There may be times when we are powerless to prevent injustice, but there must never be a time when we fail to protest, which is happening quite a lot these days. I mean, if the injustice, all you have to do is look at that joker in the White House and look what he's getting away with. If that's not injustice, I don't know what is. Unfortunately and sadly, people aren't hitting the pavement demanding justice. So perhaps America is gone. Doesn't have too far to go anyway. There's no southern border. Well, there is, but it's open. Anyway, so much for that. We can get into that later. And before I get into my interesting facts, just so you know, later on, when I was in Lithuania, I went to the Museum of Occupations and Freedom Fighters. All right, and it talks about when they were taken over by the Soviets, and then a couple of years later, Germany invaded. They were only there, I think, for 3 years, and then Russia came back in. But you go into this museum, and it's a lot of reading. I must have been in there for 4 hours or more. It's a lot of reading, and it's in the it's where the KGB was in Vilnius. So it's up. You start on one level, and it's where their offices were, different offices and interrogation rooms and this and that. And then downstairs is the jail, and it's all different cells. And they have these plaques, everything naturally is Lithuanian and English. Everything is in English there also. And they have these plaques, and it just tells you about what's going on and how the Soviets and or the Nazis dealt with resistors and, dissenters and people who wouldn't go along with them. And I took photos of maybe 15 of them because I want to read them, because to me it's just uncanny how similar they are from what was going on 80 years ago to what's going on in this country now with the people that are running the show here. There's really not a lot of difference. So I would suggest everybody really wake up and, have implanted in your head, you can't be free, you can't be dumb if you want to be free. And then sadly, it's happening. Excuse me. All right, so today, the interesting facts are about things you didn't realize your iPhone is tracking, although some of them I knew. All right? So here's fact number one. Your iPhone is likely tracking your location. Well, I knew that. I thought everybody did. A few years ago, it emerged that, by default, the device keeps a list of frequently visited locations to improve its map service. I'm sure it does. But get this. So, to check in on your frequent locations, open up the Settings app and select Privacy. Then, tap Location Services and scroll down to find System Services. From that menu, find Frequent Locations. But just so you'll know, it tracks more than frequent locations, because when I was on grand jury, they caught, I remember in one, grand jury, I'm telling you, the detectives from different cities and towns, and naturally, it's all in Mass. It was in Middlesex County, so whatever cities and towns are there, all right? But I can remember one case in particular. It was, they caught a bank robber by his cell phone, and it wasn't tracking his favorite locations. What it did is it tracked his whole route that day from when he left his house. They tracked it. It stopped behind the bank for however many minutes. He robbed the bank, and then they even caught him because they followed the GPS on his phone. So just so you know, and how did they do it? It was when he went in to rob the bank. There was one lady out back. She was coming out of another store in back of the bank, and she gave a very good description of this bank robber. It was actually two, but the one that she had gave the best description of is how they sort of, knew who it was. So they had his phone number. They got his phone. They did all this, but and that was that. They got the bank robber. Imagine. So it tracks more than your favorite locations. All right. Number 2, and this is pretty interesting because I didn't realize this till when I got back from my trip on Lithuania, so in the past couple of weeks. Your photo metadata. When you take a photo with your smartphone, all kinds of information is recorded, much like the EXIF, it's all caps, EXIF, data most cameras produce whenever you take a shot. However, to understand the breadth of information that iPhones records, you only need to look at the Memories feature in the Photos app. You don't even have to do that. And I just found this out by accident a couple of weeks ago. When you're looking on your iPhone at the photos, I just happen to, instead of, you swipe whatever way you want to go, right to left, left to right, and you see the next photo. Well, by accident, what I did is I swiped up, and the photo goes up, and it gives you all these coordinates of where the picture was, what it is. Like, it will show the picture, it will say Vilnius, Saturday, April 28th, 6:36 and 0.24 seconds p.m. It's unbelievable. So this isn't to say that you're under surveillance, but let's face it. If you use your iPhone as your primary camera, however, this metadata can travel with your images when you post them to social media. So it's perhaps wise to consider scrubbing them of EXIF metadata before you publish them online. So, but, all right, so that's another one. Here's another interesting fact, which I didn't know this one till I did this, and this is pretty cool. Which apps drain your battery? It can be very annoying when your iPhone. Good afternoon. Welcome to Norm's Friends. How are you today?
Not too bad. Are you a rerun today?
No, why?
Because it doesn't give. I've been having trouble for over an hour. And not only me, but a few others have been calling me, trying to get channel 23, and I just got mine on just now.
And what?
I just got the channel on just now.
Well, maybe it was the guy that jumped off the bridge, hit a cable or something when he landed.
Yeah, but it's showing Anthony on there.
Get out. That was last
Yeah,
week.
it's showing Anthony.
We're working
so
on
you're
it.
not live.
Oh, they're working on it.
You're
They're-
saying live because you're not live.
Oh, no, they're working
Showing a
on
rerun
it.
up there right now.
Oh, he's working on it, he says, so.
Yeah, there's got to be something
Some-
wrong. There's always something wrong at the studio.
Yeah. So they'll have to
Yeah.
show, they can show this another week when I'm not.
People are calling me and finding out what's wrong with the station.
All right, he's working on it. So technical difficulties, you could spread the word,
Alrighty.
but
So
I'm
I'll
live.
let You know.
I'm live. So see that? You learn something new every day. All right, Mary, thanks for calling.
And I'll let you know when you go live.
All right. Thanks, Mary. I'll talk to you. See ya.
Yeah, bye-bye.
Bye. All right, so those of you who aren't here because they're having difficulties, what can I tell you? Facebook is the way to go today because I'm live. Scott, that happened before, remember? We were on live and it was a rerun.
Yeah.
When was that? That was February or March or something, remember?
Not too long ago.
Right. Oh well. So anyway, so let me take another sip of water.
Gina says she's here on Facebook.
Oh, good. Anyway, it must be the lights must trigger something because I don't really drink a lot of water, but when I'm sitting in this chair, it's like I'm thirsty. All right. So let's see. Okay. Well, here's where we were before I realized that there was technicalities. All right. Which apps drain your battery? It can be very annoying when your iPhone battery drains quickly. And how? And I just got a new one because I got tired of it quickly, and you don't know the cause. Your device is actually tracking which apps are the most taxing, but you might not know where to find this information. So pay attention, get a pencil, piece of paper, write this down. Open the settings app and tap battery. Scroll down and you'll find battery usage data, which you can view for the last 24 hours or the last 7 days. I'm going to give that a go myself so I could stay at sort of keep the apps that drain, give them less usage. All right, and finally, your usage habits.
You're back online.
All right, here we are. We're back live. Mary, call me back. Make sure you can give me the verdict here. I was just told we're live, so. All right, another interesting fact, your usage habits. We all know that Siri does her best to understand users' routines to better assist their day-to-day life. I very rarely use Siri. I bet you a half dozen times maybe since I had the phone I knew about her. However, your iPhone performs similar duties in other ways too. For instance, if you tend to use one app to listen to music above all others, your phone may well have noticed. When you plug in your headphones, you'll see that app appear in the lower left corner of the screen. Swipe up over the icon and it'll open automatically. So there you have it. And that my just little addition after everything is, so what have we just learned? Like Google, Apple is just another spy agency loaded with data about you that the feds would just love to get their hands on, especially if you're not 100% on board with their Destroy America agenda. So there you have it. Anyway, so next I wrote it down, I've edited it. It's one of those, I was talking earlier about the little, I don't know what you call them, because they're on glass, and it's just printed on glass. Some of them were in red, some are on black. So I edited, I'm going to read it, but I edited it, and all I did was names and locations. If anybody wants the unedited, unredacted, whatever you want to call it, little graph there, or the paragraph, the post, on the windows, the unedited one, by all means, reach out, 603-404-9338, biffid@yahoo.com. I can text it to you, I can email it to you, the unedited one, so you know that I'm not yanking anyone's chain and I'm, not making anything up, all right? So, here we go on this one. Now, today, it just happens to be the one I just picked. I picked them at random. Like I said, I have about 15. They were on my desk. I just picked one at random. Today happens to be about, the Nazis and stuff. Now, whenever, I'm going to read this, and whenever it talks about Germany, the Germans, or the Nazis, it's exactly what's going on in this country today. Check this out. The German Security Police Service, SD, so what do we call them here? FBI, CIA, all right? Performed the key role in the persecutions of enemies of the Nazi occupational regime. This government's doing it today for anyone who doesn't agree with them. Look at the raids. Roger Stone, they raided his house at 5:30 in the morning with, 40 federal agents. Come on. The SD and Gestapo units were the key units of the German security police and SD. The Gestapo was assigned the direct fight against enemies of the Third Reich, which is, the government has all their people doing this now, which involved arrests, searches, investigations, and imposition of sentences. Hillary really fits that bill about doing all that, right? Be careful out there. The Nazi, in revenge for the aborted formation of the Lithuanian SS Legion, arrested 48 prominent Lithuanian intelligentsia activists in various Lithuanian cities and later transported them to Stutthof concentration camp. Gestapo cells also held Polish intelligentsia and anti-Nazi underground activists. So, our government is doing that to our citizens this very second as we speak. And don't kid yourself. It's just like, what's his name? Came out with, I'm surprised he's not dead yet. Durham. After coming out with his report, but don't you love it? Again, it goes on about the Hunter Biden laptop, how they lied about that, but why? Because see, it's Durham, and it sort of bolsters up the Republican side of things. What do they do? Oh, it's a big nothing. It's a big goose egg. It's it's still not true. I laugh because I don't know what it is with the wokes and the hardcore destroy America leftists. It was just like, what's his name? I forgot, because there was so many. It was nothing but upheaval after upheaval on a daily basis. For the prior administration, because they were out to get him, and they still are. Which is, 7 years. Come on. Anyway, what was his name when he said there was no Russia collusion? What are they still? Adam Schiff, the biggest liar going, is what he's still saying. No, that's not true. He's still going on about Russia, Russia, Russia. They all are. It's pathetic, and sad to say, there's enough dummies out there to just, that's right, that's right, that's right, that's right. Anyway, let me have another sip of water. I know it's a lot of politics today, but hey, you put your iPhone on that we just went over about what's on there, politics. You go out, what do you hear? Politics. You turn the radio on, politics. You turn the TV on, politics. That's why I keep them off most of the time. Except, I'll tell you, the TV, when I put the TV on, right? A&E, my favorite show, the first 48. I love it, love it, love it. Well, one of the reasons is because it's unscripted, so I like that. Anyway, so that's why I don't put on the TV. Anyway, they were asking me earlier about the Celtics game, all right? So, phone. Good afternoon. Welcome to Norm's Friends. How are you today?
Mr. Dave, the reading guy.
Hey!
How are you today?
I'm very well. How about yourself?
Well, the TV was screwed up there. We didn't think we could be able to see you.
I know Mary called just to see. She says, "Are you live today?" And I wasn't at the time. I mean, I was live, but they were
Not live?
wow. They were having technical difficulties, so they were showing a rerun, sort of, shall we say?
From when you come, the rerun was when you come back from Lithuania.
The what?
When you came back from Europe.
Oh, talking about my Lithuanian trip. See, earlier I just went over some more about my Lithuanian trip.
Yeah.
Imagine. Yeah. So what's on your
Very
mind?
interesting.
You know, it's funny. I didn't realize, that people were aware I was live. I was just gonna, because I said, I don't know if I was on the end of John Hopwood's show, and so they asked me to do a reading on the Celtics game. I drew the fool, and I said they're gonna win because that's the right attitude to have. Like a little kid, a nice carefree attitude with no stress, and which when you don't have any stress, you don't sort of, draw any negativity towards yourself. So that's good. And I was just gonna draw the cards again just to see if how much they were gonna win by, a lot or a little. So let me just do that real quick. And what's happening with you, by the way? And
Not tonight.
all right.
I don't want. There was an article, a cartoon in the Union Leader. I was going to tell you about.
Yeah. What was the cartoon?
The mother comes into the room with her husband who is sitting down. She sees.
No. Wait, I can't hear you now. No, I can't hear you. The mother comes into the room, and that's all I got.
And she says to her husband,
Something's up with your phone. Oh no, something's up with your phone.
"Oh no."
Well, now I can hear you. Now I can hear you. You got to talk into the phone.
All right.
See, a mother comes into the room.
Well, she says to her husband, "You're not showing your." Well, I gotta get it right.
All right.
You're not showing that. Oh, I can't even think of it.
Oh no.
So many thoughts. But it was,
What?
she said,
Yeah.
you want to show him that film.
Wait, you're fading in and out now. What's going on? Come on.
I don't know. Must be the wind.
What?
Let's forget about that and give me a reading, okay?
All right, I'll give you a nice 2-card reading.
right.
The Celtics are gonna win the first game by, I'm gonna say, 8 to 10 points,
All right.
and they're gonna give a real, they're gonna come on, no bones about them. All right, I'll give you a nice 2-card reading. Let's see what it says. Let's see what they are. Well, okay, we start off with the Empress, which is, nice. It's nice. It's nice, a nice mellow, where'd it go? It's all right. It's a nice sort of mellow atmosphere around, and a nice mellow attitude around. Things are all coming into play for you. we're sort of, you've settled some projects that you wanted to complete or finish. That's getting done. So you're feeling good about that. And as we see, everything is nice and fruitful for you. And now comes the time where we start, now you're focusing on other projects, other areas of things to do, or, decisions to make, that type of thing. And, which is all well and fine, but we have the Seven of Swords. All right, and to me, swords are, your thought process, decisions. All right, and whoops, I keep moving the cards. And also, as you could see, on the seven swords, swords are two-sided, so it can go one way or the other. But with this particular card, as you can see, the person in the card, he's got 5 swords in him, all right? And he's looking behind him. And he's sort of, there's just an air about him that, it's just somewhat a little sketchy. So when you start moving forward, it's take the high road. You don't want to take any shortcuts or try to take the easy way or skimp on this or skimp on that. And you'll see that you'll end up in a much better position than if you did it sort of the easy way, shall we say. So there you have it. It must be that yard work.
Well, nice. I'm going to start it pretty soon, I think.
Well, now, isn't this the time that you start that stuff?
Well, it's kind of cold out there.
Well, no, not cold. Come on, chilly. It's chilly. It was chilly today, but not cold.
I thought that was in South America.
What was in South America?
Chile.
Oh, right, yeah. Well, you got me on that one. That's right. It is. But isn't it Chile?
I want to ask you one thing.
Yes.
Your friend that lives, the school teacher.
Gina. She's watching on
Is she going
Facebook.
to come up soon or after the school season's over?
Well, after school's over, but that's only another month. So, yeah, she's coming up.
Oh, I'm dying to see her. She's a hoot.
Well, I love the way she talks. And, hey, what can I tell you? She's a Medford girl. You can't go wrong with a Medford girl. What? Have you met her before?
No, I just listened to her on your show.
Oh.
And I think she's terrific. She tells it as it is.
Exactly. That's right. I agree with you 100%. She said she's going to stop by the psychic fair this Saturday.
Oh.
Imagine.
Saturday?
Yep. 12 to 4 at the Elks. You know where the Manchester Elks is.
Yep.
Right there, 12 to 4. So, she said she's stopping in then. If she stops in, we'll look for you.
Well, Mary will probably be there.
Who, Mary?
Yeah.
Well, we'll see. I don't know. I was talking with her earlier because she called to see if I was live or not. So,
Are you live?
Imagine.
Yourself to find out.
live from Manchester, New Hampshire, it's Wednesday afternoon. Right.
All right, I'm going to let you go. Maybe somebody else wants to call in.
All right. I'm sure there is. I'm sure there is at least one, well, two probably, Gina and the Energy Lady. So, all right.
Yeah.
Let's free up the line.
Okay.
All right. Thanks for calling.
All right, Dave.
See ya.
Thank you.
Yep. Bye. All right. So, there we have it. Proof in the pudding that I'm live. So, and again, the Celtics' first game, 8 points or so. They're going to come out nice and strong like gangbusters. And they're going to be a force not to be reckoned with. Is that the right saying? A force not to be reckoned with? I don't know.
It's actually a force to be reckoned.
A force to be reckoned with. whatever it is, but they're gonna, you'll see, they're gonna get out there and show everybody what they got. Good afternoon, welcome to Norm's Friends. How are you today?
Good afternoon.
Mary, how are you?
Yeah, good.
And the verdict is,
Glad you're alive.
all right, see that? Yay.
You are. But the last show was on there was not live. It was almost 3 hours of no shows at all.
Huh? The what?
It was almost 3 hours of no show. Nothing on there at all.
Cut it out. I was just on,
I know, he wasn't on there. It was not on TV.
John wasn't on either?
No.
Wow.
No, but I was there almost 3 hours before anything came on.
Wow, because I came on the last, I don't know, 10 minutes or so with John.
Yeah.
And he asked me, to him and Kyle too, to do a reading for the Celtics. They're going to win. I pulled the fool, so they're going to win the first game, and then I pulled another card. I'm going to say by like 8 points or so.
Yeah.
And the card is the fool, and like I said, it's it's that nice childlike carefree attitude, you know what I mean, where nothing's bothering them, so they'll be in really good form to steamroll the opponent.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
so by the way, everyone, now that I'm live, tomorrow 5 to 6 Thursday, Cruising with Mary, same time. Mary, do you have a guest tomorrow?
I'm not sure, but I don't think so.
Oh, and tomorrow?
I don't think so.
All right.
We got a few things we're going to do tomorrow and everything.
Oh, that's right. You got the auction.
Probably a couple of weeks afterwards, probably will be somebody on.
You got the auction tomorrow, right?
Yeah, it starts tomorrow and it ends next Thursday.
So now, how exactly does that work?
Well, I can't, you can't bring anything into the studio or anything.
Right.
But they can go to what they call my timeline.
Yeah.
And look it up. What I got pictures of everything.
Mm-hmm.
So if they want to go there, if they want to bid on it, just go to my timeline, go to Mary LeMay, and if something you see, bid on it, and then we'll go from there. And next week, then whoever has the highest bid will get it.
Nice. And
the money goes to the Animal Rescue League in Norm's name.
all right, fantastic. See, just like what we're doing Saturday.
Yeah.
But is that what it is in Manchester? It's what is it? I just.
The Animal Rescue League. It's on Dunbarton Road. That's one of them.
Oh, it's an animal that's pretty good. I know, because I got Fred at the Animal Rescue League, but in Boston.
Yeah.
But I never knew the correct name. I just always would say the Manchester Animal Shelter.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's the Manchester one.
Ah, yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
And everything. So if they go to my timeline, Mary LeMay, they'll see everything up there that they can go on and vote for it or not vote, but bid on it if they want to.
Nice. Fantastic. Everybody, so check it out. Very worthy cause. Help us out. Help out the animals. We love, and I know you're like me, Mary. We love the kitties.
Oh, yeah. My 3 babies, yeah.
How are they doing, by the way?
And stuff, so, yeah, that's
Good.
what's going to happen tomorrow.
Excellent. How's Miss Kitty doing? The latest
She's
edition.
doing good. I was checking her out, of course. They deplored her, which I don't agree with that at all.
I don't
deploring
either.
A cat.
Me either.
And then I says to her, let me look and see because she's Maine Coon.
Mm-hmm.
And I says to her, let me look at your teeth.
Yeah.
So I looked at her teeth, she was so good, and she has no fangs.
Get out.
No, she has no fangs.
Wow.
All cats have fangs, dogs have fangs, but
Right.
they took her fangs. They
Wow.
chopped them right down, they cut them. You can see where they cut them.
Get out.
Yeah, she has no fangs.
What jerks.
No, it really is a jerk. Anybody who does will hurt a cat, and that does hurt a cat.
But it does.
To do that. That's
Wow.
cool. That's cool.
It is, especially dechlorine. It's just like somebody getting a pair of pliers and ripping your fingernails off. How's that going to
Yeah.
make you feel?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, so that's why, she could never go out. If she ever got out by herself, she couldn't get out over here anyway. But if she
Yeah.
ever got out, she has no way of protecting herself.
Wow, yeah, but
She has no teeth to bite. And she's not a very aggressive cat. No aggressive a cat in her at all. She's so gentle.
wow. Mary, I got a Maine Coon cat. Are you ready? At the animal shelter. This has to be 40 years ago, I'm going to say, right? I didn't know it was a Maine Coon cat, but he was only $5, right? Because he was, I think he was 5 years old or whatever, right? He was only $5. He was a beautiful cat. I said, oh, I want, that cat, for me.
They are beautiful.
So I get the cat, and I bring him home, and it wasn't until I don't know how much later, my next door neighbor, she says to me, what? She says, where did you get, this is what she says, where did you get that beautiful Maine Coon cat, right? And I didn't know it was a Maine Coon cat, so I just said, at the animal shelter. So, and then she said to me, wow, she said, you must have paid good money for a Maine Coon cat. I said, it was only $5. For
That was cheap for them.
imagine, but get this. So when I first got him, he wanted to go out, right? I would let him out.
Yeah.
And it
They're
wasn't
known for
like,
that.
there weren't like busy streets around, if you know what I mean. It was like, parks and stuff like that, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I would let him out, and I don't know how long it was. A couple of weeks later, I'm playing with him, and you know how they spot you, right?
Yeah.
Well, he swatted me, and all of a sudden, it's like, wait a minute. And so I pick up his paw, same thing. He was declawed. Imagine.
Wow.
Yeah, but he would go out, so he would, are you ready, Mary? He would go out, he would come back with squirrels, he'd come back with birds. I'm not kidding you.
They're hunters.
You're not
Maine Coons
kidding.
are hunters.
Yeah, and I remember
I had one.
You
I
did-
had a Maine Coon. I mean, he was a perfect Maine Coon, perfect coon. He had the long face like a coon.
Uh-huh.
He had the mask.
Yeah.
He had a perfect mask of a coon. His ears were big and pointed.
Yeah, right, that was mine, yeah.
And fangs like you would not
Yeah.
believe. His fangs were so big.
Wow, and what was his name?
Yeah, his name is Sir Giorgio Walker.
Oh, wow, I love the way you name your cats. Mine was, I remember.
He was a cat that was brought up by Addie that was like a dog. He weighed I would say he weighed about 30 pounds or better.
Wow, that's one
They
big
get
cat.
big. Maine Coons get very big.
Wow, well, I know the one I had was.
Huge.
Wow, imagine that. The one
Yeah.
I had, I named him Spike.
Yeah,
Wow,
just like a dog. She raised him like a dog.
nice, very nice.
Yeah. And if he didn't like you, he literally would hiss at you.
Get out.
Or she would say, just kidding with me. And she would say, do I like Mary today? And he'd look at her like saying, well, do you like her? If you don't, I'll go bite her. And she would say, no, I don't like her today. And he literally would come over and try to bite me.
Wow,
Because she would say she didn't like me that day.
that is too funny.
Yeah.
That is funny, but they know, they know what you're talking about. I don't care what you
Oh,
say,
yes.
know.
Oh, yes. And nobody came through that. She could leave the door unlocked. And they'd dare anybody to come through that door with him sitting there on that chair to come through, because he would have them.
Wow, quite.
He would literally leap at somebody.
Wow, quite the cat.
Yeah, he was more of a dog than a cat.
That is
Jojo.
too funny. Well, he was the size of a small dog, so
Yeah, yeah,
that
yeah.
is
Well,
funny.
my Ladinia, she's 22 pounds.
Wow,
Yeah, she's a big girl.
she is. Fred was 18, but he might have lost a pound or two, because, I just feed him the same amount every day, so, and he's not big on people food at all, which amazes me. First cat that doesn't like sort of really beg,
Yeah.
So there you have it. All right. So, Mary, let's go over it once more tomorrow. Cruising with Mary. Same place, same time, except it's Thursday. Join in on the auction. Check out your Facebook page, right?
Yep.
Mary
Yep,
LeMay.
go to Facebook and go to my timeline, and you're going to see all what's up for bid.
There you go. And again, it's a good cause bid on the items, and let's get some money up to the animal shelter
We
to help.
have Adam Sandler that's been signed. Andy Veritek, that was a football player, which used to be with the Cape, and a hockey stick that's been signed by the Monarchs and Bruins, and a few others in there that's movie actors. They had signed that.
Wow.
So there's different things in there, and there's a $50 for pizza that's going up. I have 2 tickets for Concord at the Concord Theater, and other things that's in between.
Wow, there you go. So there you check it out. I saw some of them this morning. So, but check it out. Some interesting items, and hey, it's that time of year to enjoy yourself. So make a bid, and hopefully they'll be the winner.
Yeah, and if we can make enough, the money will go half to the Manchester Animal Shelter, and the other half will go to Bedford Animal Shelter.
Oh,
If
Bedford.
there's enough.
I didn't know Bedford had an animal shelter.
Yeah, they do, on 101.
Really? Wow.
It makes a huge one. Manchester has a nice one, but they can put Manchester in their shelter.
You're
That
kidding.
shelter over there is so big.
Oh, I'm gonna have to check it out because the only one I've been around here is Manchester. I didn't know there was a.
Yeah,
Wow.
there's one in Bedford on 101. It's quite a ways out. They have one area for adult cats.
Uh-huh.
They have another area just for baby cats. They got an area for rabbits and different other animals.
Wow.
And then they got ones for puppies and one for older dogs.
Oh, wow.
A mixture of everything over there.
I'm going to have to check it out. I can stop by in all the different areas and give all the animals a little bit of loving.
There you go.
All right. All right, Mary, I'm going to let you go.
Alrighty.
There's only 15 minutes left. Thanks for calling back. See, now you know that I'm
Alrighty,
live.
you got time, drop in if you like to.
Oh, I'm going for dinner after work tomorrow, so with some people.
Have
So,
something good to eat.
all right, and maybe the following week.
Catch
All
you
right.
later.
All right, thanks
We'll
for
see
calling.
you Saturday.
Oh, all right, great. Thanks, Mary. See you then.
Bye-bye.
Bye. So, there you have it. Another one for the animal shelter. All these good causes. Saturday, 12 to 4, Manchester Elks, 2nd and Granite Street. Psychic Fair. Good afternoon. Welcome to Norm's Friends. How are you today?
Hi, Dave. It's Gina from Medford.
Gina, how's my favorite girl from Medford doing?
Oh, we're doing good today. We're getting into that school spirit where there's nothing done. And the kids can't read and they can't write, which is so good.
You know, I was just reading.
I told them today, you can't read and write. And they said, that's good. We don't need to. I said, well, we can't have you come here in like a hotel, eat and sleep and leave. Not a book hotel.
Unbelievable. Hey,
And they said, why does it bother you? I said, because I'm not doing my job. I'm going to get in trouble. But they don't care.
no, they don't. But the higher, what's her name? The monster that's head of the teachers union. That's what she wants, right?
Oh, well, they just switched. It's a guy now, Max Page.
Oh, all right.
Oh, you mean federal? You mean
Yeah,
federal?
the
Okay.
whole thing there.
I know
That
what you're talking
monster
about.
lady. You know who
Yeah,
I
the
mean.
NEA. Yeah.
Right, yeah, that was it. Yeah, I get confused with all these acronyms. What can I tell you? You know?
Well, they just put back summer school, so now they're afraid.
Get out.
Today we
Oh,
got summer school back. Thank God we got that back.
now, are you
Because
going to...
they didn't care. They weren't getting promoted. They were getting promoted, and they weren't going to summer school. They were in seventh heaven. They were like a pig on you know what.
Yeah, I do know. Wow.
I'm not kidding.
Wow.
But now summer school, we have it. Thank God.
Well, hey, Mr. Whoopi was asking for you earlier.
Oh, tell him I said hi. He's a nice guy. I'm coming to the psychic fair on Saturday.
All right, you'll have to come over, so, because I don't,
I'll come over to you, Dave.
yeah, I'll be in there. I don't know who else is going to be there. There's several of us, so there was supposed to be an animal communicator, but she bailed. But in the meantime,
Oh,
right, but in the meantime, this, Sonia, she's been on here before. We practiced together. She's really interested in that, so she said she's going to give it a go. So I know these two ladies that go to the Elks, they're going to bring their dog, so I'm sure she'll, give them a
that's
free
awesome.
Yeah, she'll give them a free reading, I'm sure, so.
Oh, that's awesome. That's nice.
Yeah, so it's going to be a lot
Yeah.
of fun. I'm glad you're coming around. It'll be nice to see Gina from Medford.
From Effort.
That's
Well, we
right.
got the clouds going. The inmates are running the asylum.
That's right, I know. They really
We
are.
got that going for us.
And I was,
Oh, and they're even going to do a field day for these clouds. Trust me. Nobody wants to work the field day.
cut it out. Well, you got to be.
They don't want, no, none of us want to go to work because they reward them. They reward bad behavior.
Yeah, they do. Well, it starts from the highest level on down. Look at them.
Yeah.
If you or I break the law, right? We go to court and we pay a fine and/or go to jail. But right, bad behavior. Look at all these criminals coming over the border illegally. They get rewarded, right?
Terrible.
Yeah.
Terrible. I heard what's going on in Taunton. All those people put up in a hotel, 200 people,
We're in
by the
Taunton.
government.
Yeah, it's everywhere. They're all illegals. I know. No one's above the law, not even the president, but the illegals are. It's disgusting. Absolutely.
It's disgusting. And
It
I
is.
hate it.
And
I hate it. I hope this guy doesn't get in again.
Well, unless they address the voter fraud issue, he's going to get in. I mean, let's face it. 81 million people did not vote for this joker. I'm sorry.
No way. He's a joker.
He is. He is.
No way.
It's really Obama running the
He's
show.
ridiculous.
But it is. 81 people did not cast a vote for this joker.
And he's doing nothing about the border. And Her Highness, that stupid clown, is doing nothing about the border.
yeah,
These
but
species go to the border.
they are.
Nothing.
Yeah, but they're doing nothing about the border, but they are. They're opening it up even wider. That's their plan to destroy America. So they're opening
Well, I
up
hope
the
the
border.
people of Texas take it upon themselves to stop these clouds.
Well, they did.
Ridiculous.
They put up all this barbed wire and stuff, and Abbott sent the National Guard down there. And even DeSantis sent National Guard from Florida over to help them. So I'm glad. I mean, somebody's got to,
Good. They need to be stopped.
Right, and did you...
I don't know what they think it is, but what's wrong with Mexico? Why doesn't Mexico do some programs for these people to keep them in their own country?
Why do they want to keep them when they can say, oh, let's just ship them up to the U.S., right? And let's,
Outrageous.
mess the place up. It's a cesspool. They're turning this place into a cesspool. But it's all
They
this
are.
is. Gina, I keep saying it, and it's just like, the way they're throwing all this LGBTQRSTXY
Oh, God, yes.
stuff down. And they're doing the border because what they're really doing this all for is so you don't really focus on the main issue. And I'll tell you what one of the main issues is. This guy's got 100 Muslims on his staff, and they're members of CARE and Muslim Brotherhood, which are terrorist organizations. They're in the White House. They're advising this guy, and that's why all this other stuff, the open borders, the LGBTQ, the racist stuff, it's all to keep people focused on these little minuscule issues that are really nothing. So you don't see what's really going on. You don't see the big picture. But you watch, and now the Muslims, he's got them. Are you ready? They're forming a task force to tackle Islamophobia, which cracks me up because they're out there. Kill,
Okay.
kill the Jews, kill the queers, kill the white people, kill the Christians. And somebody like me now that I'm mentioning it, now just because I'm mentioning it, I'm Islamophobic. I mean, give me a break.
That's ridiculous. You can't. You can't say 2 words.
No, you can. That's
like
it.
this.
You know.
Yeah.
But that's what they want you to do. You can't say 2 words. They want everybody to self-impose Sharia law. Not this boy. I refuse.
Not for me either.
What are they going to do? Put a bullet in my head? It just magnifies how satanic they are. It's got
They're
nothing.
terrible.
Muslims.
They're terrible.
They are. They have
And
no.
you know what's bad? You know what's bad about them? When they're in front of you, like I went to Logan Airport,
Yeah.
and I had to get. They came and got my suitcase. They came. I said, "Listen, I don't know who you are." Oh, they flashed a ID card badge.
Yeah.
I said, "Buddy, take it easy. I
Right.
can carry it in."
Yeah.
But they wanted that tip. They were like vultures.
They are. They are.
United States of America, I said to him.
Imagine, and 23 years ago, look at what they do down at the World Trade Center, and now look, it's unbelievable. It's come on.
I know. Can you imagine? I would never even. And we lost somebody at one of our teachers there, and I cannot believe that we have them working side by side.
Well, they're in the White House now, advising Biden. No, you know, this is what cracks me up. I keep ending the show. Every show I end, you can't be dumb if you want to be free. And that's the sad. Americans, they're dumb. There's a lot of dummies out there.
There are. I say it every day.
Yeah.
And they got that generation be fooled. They're fooled. I look at them, I said, you know what he's doing? They're like, things are great, things are great. I said, what's so great?
Right.
You can't buy eggs.
Hey, get this. I just read this morning. I forgot online somewhere, right? But, you know, people say, oh, well, what's the source? You know, I'm not here to prove anything. I kind of like the story and I believe the story. But get this. It was a drag queen at some grade school. Are you ready? Or some trans person, excuse me. They're drag queens. Anyway, right?
Yeah.
Passing out. Are you ready? Passing out queer kits to kids. Queer kits. What is a queer kit?
Oh, my God, I can't believe
Isn't
it.
it? I see that
That's
on.
outrageous.
Isn't it? I know. And this
Oh,
other.
that's got to stop.
Right. And this other. And I also read, this was yesterday, this other, a grade school teacher, she got caught for, another one telling, like 5th graders how to perform oral sex or something like that, which, if you or I did that, would be in jail in a flash for right, kiddie porn,
Yeah.
or whatever, right?
Yeah.
Anyway,
No, that's outrageous.
right, and you know what she said?
You have a card for me, Dave, and then I'll see you Saturday.
Yeah, I'll do it real. Oh yeah, I got to do it real quick. There's only 4 minutes left, so
4 minutes, just to one.
all right, I'll just do one. Let's see what it says here. All right, look at this. We have the 9 of Pentacles. Everything's coming your way. You got the transition. Everything is coming. Everything is coming full circle for
Finally.
you. Right?
Finally, some justice.
Really, everything is coming full circle for you. All this work is almost done. You're starting to see the benefits already. It's going to be very fruitful for you. You're really going to notice for lack of a better word, you're really going to notice the payout very shortly. I'm sure you're starting to notice it now, but it's going to be a very nice, tranquil, soothing, warm, earthy, crunchy type of period coming for you. Everything's going to be just, the dust is going to settle and it's going to be sort of, you get to take that breath.
Awesome. Thank you, Dave.
All right, and I'll see you Saturday, and thanks for
See you
calling,
Saturday.
Gina.
Bye.
All right, thanks. Bye-bye. All right, so, folks, there you have it. I don't have too much time left, so let me start wrapping up here. But, again, I just want to go over again. Please help us out Saturday. Manchester Oaks, the corner of Granite and 2nd Street, right across from Giorgio's restaurant. So I'm sure you know where it is, especially if anybody's driven up or down 293. You see the big sign, Giorgio's. Get off where you see that sign. Come visit us. It's going to be a lot of fun, intriguing, interesting. You get some nice readings, some crafts being done there. So what can I tell you? Come on over. Come on down, have a good time. It's for a great cause. We appreciate it. It's for seeing you. Again, next week perhaps I'll have a guest with me next week. And in the meantime, remember 2 things we always have to remember. And I know you know what they are, but I like to repeat them. Sometimes I like repeat myself. So, all right. So, please remember one thing you need to remember. You can't be dumb if you want to be free. And remember, you are a winner.